Hi, chat. Welcome on in. Doing just a real quick stream today. I wanted to just go over a few things. I've just been in kind of a bad mood, so I just wanted to open some clue scrolls, and I promised myself I wouldn't do it unless I was streaming, so here we are. I do want to point out, I have been continuing to kill Raxor. I still don't have the Fang. I'm at 1,100 kills. No Fang. 3 halberds. Yeah. So we're well on our way to pet, of course. All right. Well, pretty much what we're doing today, I'm just gonna open these clues and then run probably a few Raxor trips, and we're probably just gonna call it a day from there. So with beginner clues, we're still missing our Sandwich Lady top and Monk's Robe top T. Maybe we'll see it. Oh, we got a shoulder parrot. That's at least 300k. That's nice. We're not even getting like any uniques other than the shoulder parrot, which, like, if you're gonna get a unique, shoulder parrot is the one to get. Throw that shit on the ground. Okay, mole slippers, another 300k. Yeah, we only got 2 uniques that entire, what was that, 24 caskets? But they were 2 very good uniques, so at least we have that. Jagex, please make mole slippers IRL. 4 easy clues. And 1 unique. Hey, we got a Saradomin robe top, which does mean this is actually going to get uploaded now to YouTube. Another unique? Okay, okay. Is this worth anything? 3k, you know what? I'll sell it. 3k is 3k, baby. Six medium clues. Basically, nothing new that we can get from medium clues. Obviously, Ranger boots would be nice. But other than that, I think we're... What are we even missing? We're missing like 5 things. Yeah. I think there are 1, 2, 3... I'm fucking bad at reading. We're missing 3 things. They're all elegant. And more uniques, at least. At this point, I probably should actually go sell things. So we're gonna go over to the GE. I am like somewhat obsessive about my bank. I don't like just throwing in a bunch of shit to my bank. So that. I love how, of all the things we've opened, the beginner clues have given us significantly more money than anything else. Don't know who out there is in the market for studded body Gs, but thank you for your service. So while we do this, I've been doing, obviously, that's what I forgot. I knew I was forgetting to do something before stream. I was going to look up and see what my last kill count was at a Raxor, but I want to say it was somewhere around like 900. So I've done like 200 Raxor off stream. And then other than that, I've kind of just been AFKing a lot. I did start Silk Song. That's been a great time so far. And what else? I got a little bit into doing some free-for-all necks and like doing some neck leeching. If you've never done it before and you have like kind of maybe base 75s, base 80s, you probably don't even need that. I'm probably kind of overestimating, but if you think you can, I would recommend going and doing some neck leeching. Just because all you have to do is 25 damage to anything in the room to get a drop and be like considered part of the kill. It's fairly decent money, but like you'll just get like a ton of combat achievements. Like I got the perfect necks like Grandmaster achievement yesterday. I was just standing there. That was the Michael Scott like handshake meme. But anyway, let's get back to opening. Nothing. Armor chaps. It's not surprising at all. There's a Coif. That's nice. And the Armadillo play body. You know, like those 6 hard clues, I'm gonna say was probably a mill. Let me see here. 850. 850's 850, baby. Oh, also with Nex, Nex is a pretty good source of elite clues. So if you're wanting to get some unique clues, maybe you have a chance at Torva. And that is... And it's like... Personally, I don't think it is particularly AFK. Some people would argue that it is. I think to get it to the point where like I would be at least more comfortable calling it AFK, I think you need a Void Waker and a Light Bearer. I don't have a Void Waker. I do have a Light Bearer, but no Void Waker. I just, if I want to, like, straight up leech the kill, I just use Fang. I might have to do a little bit of running around, attacking other things to get my 25 damage, because things, like, you get, like, 1 hit per phase on anything. So, in total, you're lucky to get, like, 8 or 9 hits in. And, like, throughout the entire kill. Sometimes Fang just doesn't want to Fang. If I don't want to leech the kill, and sometimes I do actually just want to participate in the next kill, I basically just use my T-bow. Oh, we got a Mimic. Okay. Alright. How do we want to do that? How do we want to do the Mimic? Well, yeah, let's just go Mage. I'll bring the Sang. Ward. Blessing. One of these. Grab that. Bunch of those. All right. Oh, I didn't even check. How many beginner clues are we at now? 890. And we're still not free of them. I know the second I get free of them, they're going to be like, clue rework. We're going to add, I don't know, trimmed some, I'm not, trimmed black weaponry or something. I don't know. Fight the Mimic. I think I never remember which prayer I should be using. I fight the Mimic so infrequently. Jesus Christ, they are like absolutely stacking me out right now. Guys, can we calm down a sec? Maybe I should just run melee. I think that's what a lot of people have been, like, doing. I'm not running around like an idiot. I just come in and claw spec. $25 ran off. Let's fucking go. At risk of having to come back here, we're going to teleport away. Hey, we got a crystal key. Got a master. I'll do that off stream. We got a second master. Got a third master and one unique. Unfortunately, it was one that we already had. But hey, at least next week we got 3 whole masters to open. Sure. Let's see, selling that. You. Banking all that nonsense. Missed the necklace. Okay, make the key. Boom. Alright, let's take a look. Oh, I forgot to sell the teleports. Not that these teleports are particularly great, but selling them anyway. armor in. I'm gonna do this now because I know I'll forget later if I don't. Change my quick prayers. We're gonna gear up for just a couple trips of spider. Is this the Araxite? Do I have 2 Araxor tabs? No, I don't. I didn't think I switched to this helm. Huh. Oh, I know why this helm is here. It's because I'm on my stream profile in RuneLight. Because these are... I've been using prayer potions instead of this. Remove tag. And I've been using sharks instead of this. Okay. Okay. Let me update all of this. Do that. That over there. That over there. Okay. Just to kind of preserve. This is... Move that. Perfect. Okay. Oh, we are ready. Let's go. Maybe the Araxor Slayer helm will give us some good luck. You know what? I'm actually gonna switch worlds. I am seeing a little bit of lag here. I'm on a next FFA. Let's switch over to here. That's probably gonna be a little bit easier on me. I hope everybody's having a good Monday. I know I don't normally stream on Mondays. It's kind of a weird time. I was volunteering a lot this weekend at an anime convention. So basically just didn't have the time to actually devote to streams. That's okay. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit here. I had as much fun as a depressed person could while at that anime convention. The Blood Fury wanted to work a lot better at the start of this kill than it did at the end. That's usually not what we like to see. Well, there was a little bit there. Boop. Gonna beat up a little bit here. Fang right here? Nope. Okay. Never lucky. That's not true. We got 2 log slots already today. Miss our first spec. Do we hit this? No, we're going specless. What is this kill? I almost, like, when I am doing this by myself, I'm just sitting here wallowing in my own, like, sadness of fucking killing this stupid spider 1,100 times. I, like, always hit my spec. Like, I have pretty long trips, like, pretty consistently. Like, my Blood Fury procs, like, all the time. Please, Blood Fury, please. Blood Fury, why? It would be nice to get the Fang on stream. But, like, the stream is more or less meant to just act as, like, almost like a little, like, video diary of my collection log stuff. So, like, as long as I go over it at the start of the next stream, I'm typically okay with it. But obviously I'd like to see my reaction to getting stuff. Oh my god, this Araxite's being an asshole. There we go. That kill got away from us a little bit. We have, like, no food left already. We're getting, like, really bad Blood Fury procs. Eat one more because I'm going to have to divine anyway. Oh my god, we hit a spec. Everybody applaud, everybody follow, everybody subscribe for the spec. Boop. Okay, this kill is like, we're doing numbers. We're hitting the boss with the big spiky club thing. I had a kill, I think it might have been yesterday. Was it yesterday that I don't remember if it was yesterday that I went up to 1,100 kills or not. I think it was. I had a kill yesterday where, like, I got a Raxor into, like, enrage phase, like, while I was, like, when it was with the same, like, setup here, like, with the volatile start. I was, like, here at enrage phase. That is literally just a nothing drop. Thanks, Araxor. We love you. Oh, also, shout out to Soup. he got his first ever piece of third age. He got third age plate skirt. If you haven't seen Soup's video, he's been trying to get third age for like 20 years. Yeah. Probably actually like 10 years or so, but can we hit something higher than a 10? Okay, well, I guess I asked. We got a 12. There we go. A 44 to finish the kill. One day I'll get to sell all of these when I don't have to come back here. Or when I feel like actually doing Sepulcher. God, I hate agility so much. I want the agility pet so bad, but like, I hate agility more than I want the agility pet. Oh. There'll eventually be a time where I go for the agility pet, but when will that be? I do not know. We are bopping him. It was a pretty slick maneuver I had right there, I have to admit. Kind of run out of space here. Hey, Red Spider, will you kill that? Thanks. Every time I see this, I get like just a little bit of excitement, be like, because it's kind of fang shaped. And it's not the fang. I didn't need to run for that. Oh my god, Blood Fury, do something. I throw so much money at you. Technically, I've thrown no actual money at it. I've gotten all of my blood shards myself, but still. Also, shout out today is Ray Narvaez Jr.'s birthday. Best streamer of all time, hands down. Happy birthday, Ray. I have been, oh my fucking god, I have been subbed to Ray. I think it's like going on 8 years now. I've had the privilege to get to meet him on several occasions. Been to a couple of his parties. Fantastic guy. Absolutely deserves all of his success. And I know that I do sound quite monotone today. I fucking yellow clicked like a idiot. I do sound quite monotone today. I was debating on bringing this up on stream, but since this is kind of like essentially a video diary for me anyway, figured I might as well. And I've definitely talked about it before on stream and stuff. I suffer from clinical depression. And like, it's also part of the reason why we're just doing a short stream today. It's nothing big, nothing fancy. I just wanted to open clues, make myself maybe feel a little bit better, and that kind of worked. We got 2 new uniques from that, which was nice. But I'm actually starting a new medication tonight as well. See how that works. Right now I am pretty depressed. And it's nothing necessarily to do with the stream or games or anything. I'm not like so dry at Araxor that I'm depressed about it. But I would like to try to be more close to how I remember my mental health, say 15, 16 years ago, when I wasn't so depressed. There's some amount of it that has to deal with how my general like career and job search is, because obviously you have better job, get more resources equal generally better mood, or at least the means to acquire generally better mood. So for example, like health insurance. Right now I am uninsured. I have a job, but the insurance is just not good. So it's basically if I opted into our company's insurance, I'd be throwing like $100 $150 a month just into a fire. Because the deductible is just so high that couldn't use the insurance even if I had it. Here's to hoping this new med helps me out. Might have some more upbeat streams. Might be able to stream for longer. Things like that. On top of that, obviously that's just what affects here. Like, obviously I'll just have a hopefully better time in life. I don't know. I shouldn't have taken that sip. Unless of course this is a supply drop. It is not. See ya. Okay, we'll do one more trip. And then I'm probably gonna go back to... Ray is currently doing like a Hot Ones style interview stream with his wonderful wife, Tina. I'll have to take a look at their VOD after they're done, because I'm obviously missing parts of it. But I did watch the beginning of it. It was really, really good. So again, if you're into video games in general and just having a chill, funny, happy, good time, and you've never heard of Ray, take a look him up. He is a fantastic streamer, fantastic guy. Very funny. Oh, I should probably, while we're here, I didn't even think about it. I should probably talk a little bit about the convention I volunteered at. I'm not gonna... Well, I guess it doesn't matter if I do or not, but basically when I volunteer at conventions, most of the time I'm doing like celebrity guest handling. So basically like voice actors and stuff like that. I basically play cashier for them for the most part, but sometimes do line control. Sometimes I'm working with video game stuff. But most of the time it's guest handling. This year I had the privilege to work with Barry Bostwick, and if you are a fan of the Rocky Horror Picture Show, he played Brad Majors in the Rocky Horror Picture Show, and I am a absolute failure of a theater kid. Is when I was in high school, I was in theater, and we watched Rocky Horror Picture Show. But the day we watched it, I was sick, or I want to say it was my senior year of high school we watched it. There was the chance that I might have, that was the year I had my gallbladder removed. So I might have been, I was out for like a week and a half with that. So that might have been it too. But yeah, so basically I lived my entire adult life with people running around me making references to Rocky Horror Picture Show, me not knowing what the fuck they were talking about. It sounded like absolute nonsense to me every time anybody said anything that was like, yeah, I could like tell it would be like a reference, but then I'd be like, oh, is that a reference to this or whatever? And they'd be like, no, it's a Rocky Horror thing. And it sounds like a different fucking movie every single time I heard something about it. So, I honestly didn't think that at any point in my life I was just going to come face to face with one of the lead actors. And, so I told him about all that, and I was like, hey, I'm they're doing a showing of it that a few days ago now. Would have been the Saturday of the convention. They're doing a showing of it at the convention. I'm gonna stay up late that night and I'm gonna go watch it. Great movie, very funny, like so influential, especially for the time. It was like having a movie that is like sex positive and like trans inclusive and things like that back in the 70s is like pretty fucking astounding, to be honest. And like Barry gave a speech at the like before the showing of the film, and just like such a like progressive and thoughtful guy. And then just working with him in general, the dude was he like by the end of it he felt like almost like my grandfather, like just such a caring guy, very very fun to work with. And he does this convention circuit a lot, so hopefully I'll get to either work with him again or at the very least just see him again. If you've never seen Rocky Horror Picture Show, a lot of the cast spend most of the movie, including Barry, in their underwear. So one of the things that he sold at the booth was signed pairs of underwear. And like he'd buy it and he would he would pretend like you would reach down and pretend to like take off underwear and bring up the underwear and then like sign it for you. The booth next to ours was the voice actor for Goofy, Disney's Goofy. And turns out that's Bill Farmer is his name, voice actor for Goofy. And unfortunately, like, there was, I had to, this is kind of just a little aside, but I had to really, really put in some self-control this weekend, because I'm a video game collector. I love getting things signed by voice actors. I have a number of different signed video games. At this convention, we had Goofy's voice actor, and he does the voice acting in Kingdom Hearts as well. So I would have loved to get him to sign my copy of Kingdom Hearts. There was just no way I was going to be able to afford it, especially when, like, I knew I had this doctor's appointment today to help figure out more depression stuff. And obviously I need to be able to do that first and foremost. But it was still great meeting all these people. He was there, and turns out he was a big Rocky Horror fan, and I can say very, very happily that Goofy came over to our table, and Barry wouldn't let late clue. Barry wouldn't let him pay for it, but he did get a signed pair of underwear. So Goofy has a pair of Brad Major's underwear, and that just kind of tickles me. But kind of across the aisle from where we were, you had like a bunch of the cast members of Has Been Hotel and Hell of a Boss, which I've only ever seen the. Oops, I didn't mean to summon that, but I've only ever seen the pilot of Has Been Hotel, and I did like it very much. I did watch at least the first like 4 or 5 episodes of Hell of a Boss. Also quite funny. They were a lot of the voice actors were there for that, and ton of wonderful cosplays of those characters. We had, like I said, we had Goofy. Mickey's voice actor was there. I'm so bad with names. I apologize to the actor. I do not remember his name. He was also in Kingdom Hearts, so would have been really cool. I have there's a few games where I have like these goals that I will never ever get. I guarantee it, but I think would be fun or funny to have. But one of them is to have every voice actor in Kingdom Hearts 3 sign Kingdom Hearts 3. I don't even think, like, unless they're printing their name like incredibly small, I'm not even sure that's actually like physically possible to have on the cover of Kingdom Hearts, well, both front and back. There's just so many voice actors in that game. And it would also I think I would also have to become a necromancer, and I would have to get like Mark Hamill's autograph and Drake Bell. Drake Bell is in Kingdom Hearts 3. That would be a fun goal. Another one I have is to get all of the voice actors from Super Smash Bros. And I'm already kind of failing at that. I didn't even think about it really, but I've met Charles Martinet a number of times. Charles Martinet, excuse me. I do have a signed copy of Mario Odyssey from him. One of the very first conventions I worked at, he was there, and it was a smaller convention when I still lived in central New York. And he had agreed to give all the volunteers there a free signing. He did like a little private meet and greet with us. That year I ran the line for Bill Hader. Unfortunately, this was before I was a video game collector, and I didn't think to go out and get like a copy of Metal Gear Solid for him to sign. But he was also a really nice guy. And then the guy from Ancient Aliens was at this convention that I worked last weekend. Like I didn't get a chance to go up and like talk to him or anything, but like the man does just straight up look like the meme. Like just at all times. That shit is fucking hilarious. I want to say he was sitting next to like Ash Ketchum's voice actress, whose last name I can never remember. First name's Sarah. She makes a point every convention to come up and talk to everybody, and she's really cool. She comes up and talks to both the like celebrities and the people working with them. Some of the is like, I'm just a volunteer when I go to these. There are some people who do it like professionally. They usually get like badges that say agent or handler on it, whereas I just get volunteer. And they a lot of those agent handler people are kind of cold. I don't know if it's like, there's probably a decent reason for it, and I hope it's not just like a dumb sense of self-importance. But there were definitely a few people who came up and were like very, very nice still. Master Chief's voice actor and Cortana's voice actress was there, and I didn't realize until a few days ago, but Cortana's voice actress also does the voice of I don't know which game it was. It is a modern game. I don't remember which one it is off the top of my head. But she does do the voice of Toad from Mario. So that's just a fun thing to think about if you enjoy that. That Cortana could just be Toad's voice in Master Chief's ear. I would try to make some joke with like the voice, but I have no voice like changey skills at all. Snapdragon Seed, let's go. No, okay. We're gonna do one more trip. Call it a day. But they were both lovely. Ray Chase was there. I know him probably best from Genshin. He is Nouvelette. He does a damn good job at it, and he is also just a very funny guy. He does a bunch of like really goofy little like meme posts on TikTok and YouTube and stuff. And if you are, I say this just kind of as a shout out, just because Barry was such a cool guy. And trust me, if I didn't believe like the person was genuinely like a kind person, I wouldn't fucking talk about them. Barry Bostwick is just genuinely a very kind person. If you are interested in any really neat Rocky Horror Picture Show merch, or he was the mayor in the sitcom Spin City. He did another kind of like 80s action movie, like action B movie sort of comedy thing called Megaforce. He's been in a few other things, but if you are a big fan of the Rocky Horror Picture Show, Barry loves to like make crafts and stuff, and he sells them at the convention, and he does have an online store. He has his own little like pottery studio, so a lot of the stuff he makes, like, he is the one making it. It's not like he buys merch from elsewhere. There is some stuff that he outsources. Like, he has a little like handbag thing that looks like a pair of underwear, or he's got like little coin purses and stuff with the time warp on it. But he makes all sorts of really neat things, and he sells them on his website. Unfortunately, I actually don't know the name of his website, but I'm sure if you Google Barry Bostwick, be pretty easy to find, I imagine. He makes, like, he goes and gets old vinyl records, and he takes, like, he like sculpts them into like little kind of melty looking records with a blowtorch, and then adds clock parts to it. So he makes like vinyl record, like warped vinyl record clocks with the time warp imagery and such on it. And he sells those on the website. He started making what he calls pet Rockies, but they're just like these little clay lumps that he molds, and he puts like the Rocky Horror Picture Show lips on them. and he signs each one, and all the good, fun stuff that he does. But if you are interested in anything like that, I do encourage you to go check out his website. And again, I'm not literally nothing in this for me. I just had that good of a time working with him that I am happy to shill for him. Like one of the for the celebrity guests, there's a green room. They can go and then get food, and they've got their own like private bathrooms and stuff. Volunteers are like 1,000,000% not allowed in the green room. Like if a volunteer goes into the green room, that is the last time they are setting foot in that entire convention circuit sort of stuff. That said, and like obviously, like don't be a fucking like jabroni weirdo about stuff. Like obviously you're working with celebrities, don't fucking fangirl. And like don't ask them for stuff. If they offer you stuff, that's one thing, but obviously never ask. But like with Barry, he was kind, and he was like very, very much like concerned about how like the worker of the convention's experience was. So like on the first day of the convention, because the convention does give its volunteers like some stuff. Like it gives them when they're not working, you obviously have a pass to go experience the convention yourself. But they provide usually it's pizza. Sometimes it's like subs and stuff. They have so basically some amount of like a little bit of food and some water and like bottled water, and that's generally what the convention provides to its volunteers. On the first day of the convention, I obviously I'm not 100% the know of this, but I would hope that the convention is putting in these large food orders ahead of time, and they aren't just like fucking calling up the local Papa John's and just being like, "Hey man, we need like 40 pizzas," like. That'd be super shitty, and I doubt they are doing that. But the first day of the convention, they at some point the order was placed for the pizzas, and it never showed up. And then they like called them again and was like, "Hey, we had this order, and like where is it," and all that, and they were like, "Oh, our bad, we'll get it to you." It just never showed up. So like people who were there that morning were like still just dealing with this, like me, like when you're a handler, you they don't like to essentially give people different handlers every day. So like when you're working with somebody, you were working with them the entire weekend, and like they're there to make money. They are there to sign autographs for money, take pictures for money, and that is how they make a lot of their money. So it behooves them to be there as long as possible. So when you're like a guest handler, you are there from the time the convention floor opens to the time the convention floor closes. So I was there from like 8 a.m. to, because that's like half an hour before like VIPs get in, to like 8:30 at night. And yeah, the first day the pizza didn't show up, and Barry heard about this, and like he was genuinely concerned. He took it upon himself to like go and step away from his booth, which is his income, and go get me some food from the green room. And I would have been perfectly like happy with just toughing it out. Like, I understand things happen, but like Barry cared so much. He went out and he got food from the green room and brought it to me. I can't possibly stress just how kind Barry is. Well, other than like the weird little issue with the food, like convention was run pretty well, pretty smooth. I did crack just a little bit with my trying not to spend money rule. I did spend a little bit because there was a place there that sold they sold like these really fancy chocolates, and I am helplessly addicted to sugar. But other than that, the only money I spent on the convention was like a known quantity beforehand with the parking. That is one thing I wish the convention would provide, is free parking. The parking wasn't like terribly expensive, but throughout essentially the whole weekend came up to about like a little over $30 for parking for me, which kind of sucked, but it is what it is. I feel bad because I should have given this guy like some way to contact me. Oops, was not paying attention to that. But I don't know if I've mentioned it on stream before or even recently. I would like to make video games. Like if I could have any job that I would want ever, if I just could magically have the skills to do it, I would like to work on making video games, whether that be solo or with a small team. I don't particularly have any interest in working for like EA or something, but like maybe I'd probably be fine working with like Nintendo, because they pretty historically treat their employees pretty well. But I would like to make video games, and unfortunately, for me, depression kind of gets a little bit in the way of that. As it gets in the way of literally everything, because that is what clinical depression is. That said, I do have like a very basic understanding of programming. I've taken a couple little Udemy courses, or at least partway through some Udemy courses. I think the only one I've actually finished was a web design one. So like I have a basic understanding of like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. But I would love to get more into video game creation. I met this guy while we were this other volunteer while we were waiting for food to arrive on the first day. We were just sitting. It was after our shift, but like I'd barely eaten anything that day other than what Barry so kindly went and got me. And I was like, I don't really have much food at home, and I was kind of like, I kind of planned my meals out, and I'm like, okay, well, the convention will be providing meals on these days, so like I don't have to plan anything. So I didn't have anything planned. And so it was either go home and have like canned soup, or like wait and hope that food arrives, and eventually it did. So I had some pizza pretty late at night. But I was waiting there in our little volunteer break room. I met this guy who does code professionally, not video games necessarily. Well, actually, he did do a couple like oh, what are they called? Like electronic like slots. And we got to talking about how like, oh, that like his job, and was like, oh, I'd really love to learn how to like code more so I could kind of follow my dreams. And he was like super helpful just in the little bit we spoke. And I think I was probably just like tired and like delirious from hunger. But so like I just didn't think about it. I should have given him some way to contact me, because I'm pretty sure he would have been happy to talk more in depth over like Discord or something. Maybe I'll see him again at a different convention. One thing I probably should do at some point is try to find a place I can do a game jam. And even I don't think I have enough programming experience, like coding knowledge and anything like that, to be of any like real help to a team on a game jam. I do think I have some like pretty fun ideas for games, and for stories for games. but that doesn't get you very far in game making. So I would like to, at very least, like shadow a game jam at some point. I know Doki Bird just recently did her game jam, which is that is such a fucking cool idea. Like having VTubers or like internet personalities do that kind of stuff. That is so cool. Like Doki Bird, obviously, if you're not familiar with her work, she is a pretty popular VTuber. Very, very funny. And I am sure she is not hurting for money. So like seeing her do stuff like that, because I think she gave like, I want to say she gave the winner like $20,000 or something, like something just like crazy for like a game jam especially. It reminds me, there used to be a time back in the day when wealthy people would show off their wealth by being beneficial to society. So like, I don't remember who it is. I don't remember their name now, but there was some incredibly like wealthy guy. I think he was maybe an architect or something, and he essentially, to show off his wealth, he just basically built like hundreds of public parks across the United States. And they all have his name on them. But I kind of thought of what Doki was doing kind of like that, except a little more modern. It was just really cool to see a creator who had this disposable income to use it in such a way that gave a platform to these even potentially like unknown or maybe have never even really worked on anything before creators to try and like make a video game. And then not only was there just like a cash prize for it, she also like judged and like played them on stream. So like if people like in the game jam was like, hey, I think I'm on to something with this idea, and they want to like continue their little group and continue making the game, like, hey, Doki just already showed this to tens of thousands of people, and then I'm sure that got like uploaded to YouTube and all. So like you essentially have a free advertisement for your game as well. Like, such a brilliant idea. And I remember when she announced that, and I saw I think it might have been on the VTubers subreddit. I don't think I'm on. I don't know if Doki even has. I imagine she does, but I don't think I'm on Doki's subreddit, but I saw a Reddit post. We're never leaving. I saw a Reddit post advertising it when she first announced it, and I just commented again, kind of like what I'm saying now about like, this is a really cool idea, and it's really cool to see a creator like give like people a platform, even in the case that like they don't win, you still like, hey, I made this game and it's this or whatever, and fucking Doki Bird is gonna play it. Like that's just a cool experience, even if you don't win or even if your game is bad or whatever. And I'm sure there probably were some bad games, but like that's part of learning. And somebody on Reddit responded and they were like, "Oh, you should join." And I explained like I just do not know enough that I think I would be a benefit to a team. But it did get me thinking about like looking more kind of out in the world. I did see if there was any game jams locally to me. There's board game jams local to me, and I have been to some of those, and those are still a lot of fun. And I do like that space a lot, and I have worked with some really cool people in that space. I think probably the most high-profile person was Alan Moon. He's the creator of Ticket to Ride. Really cool guy, too. Yeah, so at some point hopefully we'll get to go to a game jam. Even if I am just with a team watching and maybe minimally collaborating with them, the knowledge I would get from watching somebody make a game from nothing would be fucking huge for me. I think this is going to be our last trip because we're probably about to get venomed. And the Raxor has not dropped any venom sacks for me. Yep, there's that. We may end up having to just leave if the venom gets too bad. I think it starts off at like a 6 or an 8. 6, yep. Oh no, we're good. As long as we keep hitting like we are. Boop. Alright, last kill of the day. Do we get the Fang? We don't. Did get a Discord message. Don't know who it was, but we will find out later. And by we, I mean me. Sorry, chat. You guys don't get to see my Discord. Nope, that's a guy. But we did 30 kills. Streamed for a little over an hour. I'm gonna talk about some pretty cool stuff that I did this weekend, and I'd say that is a successful stream. On top of getting the 2 collection log slots that we just got. Look at that. We're getting ever closer to Dragon. Gilded is going to be a stretch. I want to get Gilded. I really do. But that's going to be intense, and especially considering it's a moving target. Even if I only get gilded for a limited time, I think that would be a really cool achievement. What is today? Today is the 15th. I'll probably stream again, hopefully Thursday or Friday this week. We'll see. We'll see how the depression is going at the time. Thank you everybody for stopping by and hanging out and watching. It means a lot to me. If you see at the bottom of the screen, I always stream for charity. I really don't want your money. I do have I have like, if you try to cheer bits, I think I have it set at like the highest threshold possible, because like I don't want you to cheer. I don't have any sub emotes. I don't want you to sub to me. Maybe one day I'll get sub emotes if it means something to people, but as of right now, I don't. If you want to support the stream, please just scroll down just a little bit. There's a bunch of links for the Extra Life campaign that goes to benefiting the Iowa Children's Hospital in Iowa City, Iowa. That is a lot of Iowa. Help children in a hospital. Don't spend your money on me. Other than that, I think should be good. I hope everybody has a great week, a great rest of your day. I will see you later, everybody. Bye-bye.